Peter Holehan here with ASU women's soccer coach Jodie Smith. Team comes off another victory, 9-2 against Alcorn State here Sunday at the ASU Soccer Complex. And this was another game where ASU got off to a really quick start. 9th minute, Emily Fleming getting on the scoreboard, finishes with 2 goals on the day.
Right.
And Lexi Krieger did not start the game, but wound up with a hat trick. So how about their 2 performances today, Emily Fleming and Lexi Krieger?
Well, actually, they played the same position. We switched both of them out. But I'm pleased again, we talked about earlier about getting everybody involved and getting everybody on the scoring sheet and involved, and both players were really effective today.
There was a span about 7 minutes where we hit them with 3 goals from the 26th minute up to about the 33-minute mark in the first half, and grabbed a big commanding 4-0 lead. So what happened during that stretch of time?
Well, we scored early, and then we had a little bit of a lull. And we just finally started combining, finding each other, and then, in the final third, when you start combining and finding each other's feet, you'll find yourself on top of the box, and we scored some really quality goals today.
How about Emily Fleming today, a player who has come in with a couple goals, but she scores twice today, so you really got a big effort for her. She was aggressive, very much offensive-minded today, right?
Well, yeah, she definitely seized upon the chance of creating opportunities for herself, found her in space. She had a really great goal, the opening goal, the opener. A great far post finish with her left foot, upper 90. And so I think she was starting to feel a little bit today.
Yeah, 6 different players scored today, so everyone kind of getting the action there. You had some good bench scoring, comfortable lead. They did cut into a little bit with Rita Okoro scoring twice, including on a PK, where it got to 5-2, and then you kind of poured it on from there, right?
Right, a little disappointing again. We talked about playing for 90 minutes and not being able to turn the switch on and off, and we got a little careless with a comfortable lead, and they certainly cut into it. She's a dangerous player, and we let her get behind us once. She scored, and then we let her get behind us again, and we had to go to ground and give a penalty kick. Kind of unfortunate. Gianna made the initial save, and she just we weren't able to follow it up.
There was a deflection came off, and she was able to capitalize on that off a PK that was no good, but the ball came right back to her, right place, right time, made it 5-2. But that's when ASU got it back together and really poured it on down the stretch, picking up 4 more goals.
We picked up our intensity. I think the girls were a little disappointed that it got a little closer. Especially think that's something we've talked about. And against different teams, we may not be so lucky if we get a little careless and get up 2 late, careless goals. But again, good team effort. Everybody got on the field today, and everybody contributed. We got we had assists, some first-time assists, first career hat trick for Lexi here.
Yes.
I think Ariella was the facilitator today. I think she dished out 3 assists on the day, and finally got one herself. So a lot of sharing of the ball, a lot of firsts, a lot of Morgan Elder getting on the score sheet for the first time this year. So a lot of good things today.
Yeah, Ariella, the conference leading scorer, coming in. She did have a goal today, but played a little bit more of that facilitator role. Had 3 assists, getting very involved in different ways. More of a helper though today.
I love it when we're selfish in front of the goal and we're sharing the ball and not being so concerned about me getting the score, but finding someone else maybe in a better spot. We can be really good, and I was really pleased that she was sharing the ball. Her head was up, and she was finding people.
How about offsides today? We had 14 calls offside, season high. I hadn't seen anything like that since I've been covering this team for almost 3 years now. Just overly aggressive, not knowing where the line is? Or?
A little both. Definitely very eager to get forward because we felt like we could get behind them pretty easily. And again, very careless. We didn't find the line, and everybody wanted to get forward and score goals. And when those things happen, they were holding a high line. Oddly enough, they were not playing offside trap. We just got, just couldn't find the line, and we made the wrong decision on who to play. But sometimes that's not a bad thing. That means we're being aggressive on the offensive end, and so we got to temper that with a little bit of looked at, hey, we are being aggressive, and we are looking to get it behind the goal.
Right, I was thinking kind of like that because you like your team to be aggressive and go after it, and not always the worst case unless if it nullifies a goal or hurts your chance there. But you want your team to be hungry and confident, believing in themselves. So we had a lot of that today.
Definitely.
Pine Bluff lost earlier today against Howard 1-0, so that puts us in the 3 spot seating-wise because we do have that tiebreaker, so we can move up in the standings. How big was that?
It's important to be on that side of the bracket. To possibly avoid the number 1 seed until the final, and we want to finish as high as we can every year. Not sure we can quite get second, but we're going to battle against A&M on Thursday.
ASU would need some help with Texas Southern loss because they did beat us earlier this year, but now we moved up to the 3 spot, and we finish up here on Thursday against Alabama M4 Senior Day.
Correct. Always a good battle, you know, the classic, the Magic City Soccer Classic,
Yeah.
you know, on the weekend of the Classic. So we should, you know, anticipate a good battle from them.
All right, we'll look to lock it up for the final regular season game of the season. Last chance to catch your Hornets here at home. Another win here, 9-2 against Alcorn. Go Hornets!